Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to race number 8 of the season. One of the biggest news stories this week is the return of Pocono Raceway to the schedule. That's right, we're in Pennsylvania for race number 8. Another one of the big stories, 2 drivers added to the roster, 66 of Chris Gibbs and the 51 of Dylan Young. Both joining the roster today. It is going to be 60 laps around this track, 2.5 miles long. As you can see there, it is RJ Bishop on pole alongside Chase Carpenter in the 1. Both winners this season so far. Kiro and hopefully make a row number 2 with then Leinhart, English, Spencer, Merzlach, Riles, Mullen, Corbett, Langton, Lamas, O'Sherwood, Legacy, Coleman, Dalton, Kiro, Williams, and of course Chris Gibbs. I have his name incorrect in the game, but I'll change that in score for later. Anyways, so that is the starting order as we get set to go racing here for these 60 laps. Off of turn number 3, and green flag is already out. We are underway at Pocono. Carpenter actually had the run on the outside, but he's going to lose ground to Bishop. Maybe. No, RJ does not clear the 1. Down the long straightaway they go. Still side by side. Through turn 2 now. The 90-degree turn modeled after one of those from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Bishop and Kiro both just send it down into turn number 3. And off of turn number 3, they come down the front straightaway. Bishop will easily lead lap 1. Kiro to second, and Lionheart into third with the 25 of Spencer into fourth. Riles now side by side with Carpenter for fifth. Down the Long Pond straightaway once again. Lionheart to the inside of Kiro now for second. Field spreading out here, but staying relatively close together as well. And there is, of course, the 51 of Dylan Young, and there's the 66 of Chris Gibbs. As the 3 jumps up to second, the 25 up to third, 92 back to fourth. Riles and Carpenter still battling for fifth. Riles will take the spot in turn 1. But Carpenter now going to fight back on the outside. Riles now looking to take the position of fourth away from Hunter Kiro. As Hoflin battles side by side with Lamas towards the edge of the top 10. Of course, Bishop, winner of Daytona at the start of the season, looking to get win number 2. He's done pretty well at the super speedways so far this season. Lionheart still looking for his first win in well over a season. I think I forgot if he won or not last season. I don't think he did. Anyway, Spencer looking to add to the win column this season. Hunter Kiro looking for a win this year, as looks like Lionheart just briefly took a peek there in turn 1. Wasn't quite close enough to get the move done. Now Hoflin under fire from Steven Merzlach, who had a pretty decent starting spot, and looks to maybe attack the 13 for the 8th position. Hoflin shuts the door though. Riles now to the inside of the 92. Will send it going into turn number 3 by the looks of it. And Carpenter is also going to get to the inside of that 92. Down the front straightaway they go. 99 and 92 side by side. Hoflin now looking to make it 3 wide down the front Speedway as they head to turn 1. And Hoflin will just barely get to the quarter panel of the 99. Excellent move by the rookie driver, trying to have one of his best finishes so far this season. He went into the season saying it was his favorite track. Meanwhile, back in front, it is 3 and 15 battling side by side now as they head down towards turn 3. And the 15 will surrender the lead to Lionheart. Now here comes the 25 of Spencer, will easily take the spot away. Carpenter and Riles now once again battling side by side for 5th position. No, 4th position, my bad. The entirety of the field still on the entirety of the front straightaway so far this run. So we take a look towards the back end of the field, actually. Chase Marks, not a great day today so far. Cam Barnes, same thing. DeMax, a very horrible day today so far. So we are nearing the 1/10th mark of this event. Riles and Spencer now side by side for 3rd. Riles now making the move on to the... Sorry, having a Marty Reed moment here. Anyways, but Riles now battling side by side for 2nd against RJ Bishop. Carpenter thought about making the move on Spencer. Now here comes Hoflin to the inside of Carpenter for the 5th position. Merzak doing a great job in 8th position right now. No, not 8th. 6th. It might actually look at maybe... No, not 6th. 7th. He's in 7th. What am I saying? And it's hopefully now up to 4th. He was able to get around Spencer as well. Looks like turn 3 is making sure the field is all nice and kept together. While turns 1 and 2 spread out the field. 97 of Riles now to the inside of the 15 of Bishop. Bishop in danger of losing several spots. Carpenter trying to make a move on the 25 as well. Sean English, of course, won last week at Pikes Peak, doing a good job as we do have a caution on track. Don't know what for. We will investigate here. This field cycles around. Oh, we had a spin in turn number 2. It was the 91 Gorman, the 81 of Tang, and the 77 of Blade Runner, by the looks of it. Ooh, just got a little bit too close going into turn 2, and luckily for the 91, but unfortunately for the 51, was able to get it going almost immediately. Take a look on board of the roof cam of the number 5 car. Or no, 04 car. Field now comes down pit road for will be the first time today because, of course, with the field only coming down pit road now. So Lionheart will stay the leader. Riles will become second place car. However, Alana Kira will jump up to third. Hoflin fourth, and Austin Spencer fifth. And Califo Sherwood will become sixth. So interesting strategy from some of these drivers who haven't had the greatest of seasons so far, looking to make some moves up towards the front. As we are nearing, as green flag is now actually out, right when I get to the point where we could theoretically have it out, and immediately the 13 of Hopeland and 25 of Spencer jump out of line, and it's now 3 wide in turn number 1. Hopeland in the middle, Lanakiro being caught out on the outside lane. Now 3 wide behind Hopeland with O'Sherwood, Merzlak, and Lanakiro. Merzlak might get the best of that. Jesse Dalton getting up there in the mix as well in the number 9. Hopeland to the back bump of the 97 Riles for second. Can't quite get there this time around. Krago with a power move on the inside as well. And back straight away they go. As they come into turn number 3. Yeah, it looks like the outside line just cannot stick. And if you're caught on the outside lane battling side by side with somebody going into turn 3, you are pretty much screwed. Top 5 trying to break away. Trago trying to get up into the mix for the battle of the top 5. And English trying to pull himself and I guess Jesse Dalton along to get up to where Krago is going, which is up here at the front. Meanwhile, Hopeland doesn't have a very good turn 2, actually loses a little bit of ground to Riles. And now here comes Merzlak making a move on Spencer in turn 3. This will allow Krago to catch up. Now Spencer is going to try and pull a crossover move going into turn 1. Of course, the 2 drivers that were involved with that earlier right towards the tail end of the field now. Chris Gibbs not having a great outing in this first race. Spencer caught on the outside lane now, loses spots to Krago and English. Might lose another to Jesse Dalton here down the front straightaway. As now for the lead up towards the front, it is Riles trying to make the move on the 3 of Lionheart going down into turn number 1. Hovland drops down with Riles, however, too far back. Lionheart able to cover the inside going through turn 1. Into turn number 2 now. Dalton now side by side with O'Sherwood. This can be helpful to O'Sherwood going into turn 3. Dalton's caught on the outside. Merzlak now gets around the 13 of Hoflin. Craigo looks to make the charge to the inside of the car he owns. Moving Sherwood up to the 8th position as well. Now here comes Alana. Hero was 3rd at the restart. Fell back quite a bit. 62 and 13 now side by side. In turn 1 and out of turn 1 now. Almost said out of turn 2. That would have been way incorrect. As I am currently receiving a phone call. And Travis still stuck on the outside lane now. Merzlak in the 3rd now. Can he get up there to challenge Riles and Lionheart? Riles to the back bumper of the 3. Looks to the inside. Not able to get the move done, though. Meanwhile, further back, Jesse Dalton outside of the top 10. Corbett, decent run so far. Looks to make maybe cracking the top 10. And back up towards the front. Riles again challenging Lionheart for the lead. This time can't be blocked by the 3. Down the I want to say back straightaway, but it's technically not back straightaway, but it is. And in turn number 2, side by side for the lead. Riles is going to take it off of turn number 2 with a push from the 7 of Merzlak. Craigo now side by side with Lionheart for 3rd. As Merzlak now looks to take a peek for the lead against Riles. Into turn number 1 they go. Merzlak and Riles side by side for the lead. However, Riles able to pull ahead. Now Craigo goes to 2nd. It has become a free-for-all up here in the front pack. Hoflin now charges back into the fray. Merzlak falling back a little bit. 25 back up to 3rd. As Merzlak now under fire from the 3, 4. That 4th position. Now Hoflin looks to maybe take 5th away from the 7. Get back into the top 5. But of course, just as I say that, Merzlak able to hold off. Now, English looking to take the position away from his fellow rookie. Up front, Craigo under fire from the 25 and 3 going into turn 3. Riles loving what he sees in his rearview mirror with the rest of the top 5 and to an extension the top 7 battling for position. The 3 in Lionheart looks to try and make his way back up towards the front. Will try and take 2nd from the 25. Merzlak now trying to take the spot away from Craigo out of turn number 1. Not a great day for Hendrick Motorsports. Carpenter in 15th. Lamas in 16th. And the 5 of Venusto all the way back in like 19th, maybe now 18th. Krago Racing Incorporated teammates Hoflin and Krago side by side now out of turn number 3. This is for 6th position. Hoflin will possibly take the spot, however, loses his drafting buddy, however, able to get ahead of Krago and clear him down the front straightaway. While the front 7 settle their differences, Corbett now trying to take 9th away from the 29 will do it. Now here comes Dalton looking to crack the top 10. Nearing the midway point of the race, however, just a reminder, because of how early they stopped, pit stops will still be a thing. Lap traffic may or may not be a thing. 25 looks to take 2nd away from the 3. English and Merzlak side by side. Down the front straightaway they go. Once again, Hoflin now looks to make it maybe 3 wide going in turn 1. Thinks better of it this time around. Merzlak might get freight trained being by himself on that outside lane. No, he'll fall back in line. However, Hoflin now under fire from Krago for 6th. Just outside the top 5. The 3 and 25 once again swapping spots here for 2nd place and 3rd place, respectively. Merzlak just sends it to the inside of the 6 for the 4th position in turn number 3. And while I do believe this 2nd pack is catching the 1st, ever so slightly, I could be wrong about that though. Krago now with the run on the inside, looked to take a 3 wide, but English was able to re-clear the 7 off of turn number 3 going down the front straightaway. Krago side by side with Merzlak for 5th down the back straightaway. Merzlak, though, was able to get the move done. As the field begin to really spread out here. Lana Kiro now side by side with the 99 for 9th position. As actually we are seeing pit stops happen. It was 25 and 6 from the front pack. The majority of the front, as the majority of the field actually comes down pit road. You're going to have to see how this affects the running order here. A bunch of our back marker stragglers also come down pit road. Raul's coming in, the 3 coming in. Pretty much everyone who didn't come last time is coming down pit road this time by the looks of it. Looks like Austin got off of pit road first. Lana Kiro and then Natani Kaiser with a surprisingly good pit stop. English and then the 9, the 77, the 5, the 12, the 86, the 82, 82, 26, 92, 30, 41, 98, 2, 02, 04, 66, 91, and 51. Now as we look down pit road and down the front straightaway, Riles gets off of pit road first. That was expected. The 3 comes off of pit road. The 7 comes off of pit road. Then the 62. Yeah, the front order is going to be a little bit jumbled up. Riles will have a huge lead, though, over the 25 and 3. Merzlak up to 4th. 29 up to 5th. The 83 cracks the top 10. English and Krago go at it now. As Tang continues to sit on pit road, something must have happened to that 81 car. Yeah, just hits the 77, then gets hit by the 66. Fortunately, in game, that is technically a tow back to the pit road. As English is pulled away from Crago, now side by side with Kaiser in the 83 for whatever position that is. Looks like 6th. Of course, these guys pitted only 20 laps ago, roughly now. So they will have to pit at least twice more. I don't think I set up the pitting correctly at this track. Regardless, field is definitely way spread out by now. I thought I saw a contact by a couple drivers. Hopefully trying to get around his boss at this rate right now. Turn 2 down towards turn number 3. Just past the halfway mark as well. Everyone's still technically in the race, including Tang. Meanwhile, everyone taking to a peek towards the inside of the 3 car. Going into turn 1, Merzlak will probably take the spot. Maybe not. Here comes the 3 with a very large head of steam. Merzlak still has a quarter panel on the 3 going into turn number 2. Kaiser, of course, trying to get around the 29. Merzlak may be able to clear the 3. Yes! Merzlak up to 3rd. Down the very, very long front straightaway here. And for the lead, the 25 of Spencer has caught the 97. 3 of Leinhardt, very strong car today. Able to get back around Merzlak. In fact, Merzlak once again side by side with the 6. Almost a dead heat going into turn 2. As about 3rd on back to 9th. Battling side by side. And for the top 10, the 77 of Tyler Blade Runner. Driver we don't talk about all that often. Cracking the top 10. Might come down to the wire here between the 97 and the 25, depending on how well pit stops play out. Corbett on pit road now. What happened to Kyle Corbett? Something happened to that 99 car. Pulled off to the side of the track and just stopped. No caution was thrown as Tang is officially back out on track somewhere. And for the lead as we cut back conveniently right at the perfect timing, the 25 to the inside of the 97 through turn 3. Now down the front straightaway, Riles not quite cleared by the 25. Going down the front straightaway towards turn number 1. Riles might have a slight advantage here. Just about a dead heat going in through turn number 2. This might allow for the field to begin catching up, though. Into turn number 3 now. Can the 25 clear Riles? Yes, easily through turn number 3. Hoflin up to 4th as well. Hoflin might take 3rd here, though. He's got to run on Lionheart going into turn number 1. Move the 13 up to 3rd. So Hoflin just sends it through turn 1, able to make it stick and take the spot and pull a little bit of distance on the 3. As the field that was racing just behind the leaders has kind of split up a little bit, actually. There's the 81 of Tang and the 99 somewhere on track, actually. Yeah, there's the 99 in Corbett. He's on track. No word of what happened to that number 99 car. And back for the lead. Here comes Riles once again to the inside of the 29. 29? No, that would be that car right there. The 25 is what I meant to say. As Hoflin has actually caught these guys. As has Lionheart. And to an extent the 6 of Sean English also there. As Hoflin will actually use the momentum lost by the 25 to get around him and take 2nd. And now down in front straightaway. Hoflin with a strong car today. Now looks to the inside of Riles. Can he challenge the veteran for the lead through turn 1? He will. Adjustments made by the 13 crew this time by must have been very helpful for him. Spencer now looking to maybe take 2nd away from Riles. Side by side through turn number 3, out of turn number 3. Onto the front straightaway they go. Still side by side. Riles actually with a slight advantage in turn number 1. This will allow Hoflin to pull away. 6 and 3 side by side for 4th. Crago and Lana Kiros swapping positions back and forth. The 9 is back up in the 10th. Field really spread out, but it has been a great battle for the lead between these. Well, really, most of the top drivers currently in the top 10, with the exception of a couple of them. And a couple of drivers who have fallen outside the top 10 as well. Riles the big loser now, as the group before that were 2x2, no longer 2x2. Of course, now I say that, and the 3 and 6 go side by side once again for 3rd position. But Riles falls back to 5th as Spencer goes up to 2nd. The 6 and the 3 battling for third. Looks like English is going to win that battle, though, as the 3 falls back in line. Here comes Riles back to take the 4th position with a push from Merzlak in 6th. And Kaiser with a big send into turn number 3. Dive bombs the 7 for the 6th position and will easily take it out of the corner. Riles now side by side with the 3 as the 6 English now right to the back bumper of Spencer and looks to the inside now down the front straightaway. $20 to go as well for the leaders. So we're within. So we are just about right on the edge of the pit window. Should these guys need to pit again? Because that's right about what lap? I want to say 25 through 27 they were pitting. So yeah, about 15 laps. Technically, they should be pitting right about now. That is assuming just everybody decided not to short pit. Well, of course, I say that Chris Gibbs is on pit road. Dalton on pit road. Coleman to pit road. The 5 to pit road. The 26 to pit road. 804 to pit road. The 30, the 90, the 2, the 02, all to pit road. So, of course, I say, hey, they probably should have already started pitting, and boom, they start pitting. No, this isn't scripted at all. Why do you ask? No, seriously, it isn't scripted. It's kind of hard to script racing. Who is going to pit this time by, as now the 91 and 51 also pit this time by. They were almost 3 wide. Hofland is going to take the opportunity to pit the 6, the 83 pit. 7, 62, 29, 77, 19, 44, 82, 86, 41, 15, 56, 92, 47, 84, 24, 42, all pit this time by. Tang stays out. Dalton was actually one of the first drivers to pit, so Riles once again in the lead, but he's obviously got to pit this time by. A couple of drivers kind of go a lap down. Kind of. This looks like Hofland will be the first driver off of pit road. As we see our leaders start to come down pit road now. Ones that haven't already, at least. Hofland entering turn 2 right now. Where is the 97 of Riles at? Just now entering his pit stall. We should see the 13 of Hofland right about there. There he is in the camera view. You just barely saw him. This is going to get close. Riles off of pit road. And back to the lead will be the 13 of Hofland. As it is English in second, Kaiser in 4th. Riles able to get up to speed faster than Kaiser can get to him. So I do believe the 5 is actually in the top 10 now. Let's see, effective 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah. Onesto with a much needed run in the top number 10, I believe also at his home track. So a feel-good story for Hendrick Motorsports today at the very least. And Soflin does indeed go back to the point. So a lot of drivers, usually in the midfield or worse, having great runs today. Dalton in the 9, Onesto in the 5, Merzlak in the 7, the 83 Kaiser. Everyone else, the 13 of Hoflin to an extent. He has a few top 10s this year, but he's usually just outside the top 10. To see him in the lead is phenomenal for that crew today. Of course, English, like we discussed earlier, won back at Pikes Peak just last time around. Merzlak, 4 times he won last season. Then expanded from 1 car to 3 cars this year. Hasn't been able. His team just hasn't had any luck so far. Riles, close but no cigar a couple of times. Dalton won a couple of times last year. Missed out on Chase due to poor runs in the early to mid season. Onesto, the Casey Kane of the league. Lionheart almost was able to dominate and lead every single lap of the race earlier this season. It was actually Phoenix, or excuse me, ISM Raceway. But he wound up being beat by the person who was actually right behind him. No longer right behind him, but, And that would be Alana Kiro. She actually has 2 wins this season. Of course, one again earlier this season at, if I recall correctly, Sonoma. Tang back on pit road. Won't be a factor in this one. I don't think lap traffic will factor into this race. Soflin is just way out far ahead and gone. Looks like the adjustments made to the 6-2 car doing pretty good as well, as he's going to try and battle the 83 of Kaiser for 3rd and will take the spot. Kaiser back to 4th. Merzlak in 5th right now. Very much needed top 5 for him. It's one of the few drivers I believe without a top 10 this season. I could be totally wrong about that. Probably should, check my stats, of my own league more often. Craigo now trying to make a run on the 6th of English for 2nd, making it Craigo Racing 1-2. So we are nearing 11 and a half laps to go in this one. Very good run by Dalton. Onesto, unfortunately, back to the edge of the top 10. But even so, there is a driver, 2 drivers, that are having much needed good runs. Dylan Maddox in the 44. He's towards the bottom of the points list. Tyler Brainrunner also towards the bottom of the points list. Trey Coleman midway through the points list. Probably should be up higher according to himself. Hasn't had the runs to really help that. Kelly Sherwood running pretty decently. They're all chasing this man right here. Travis Hoflin in the number 13. Can he bring it home as they are coming to 10 to go at the line? Spencer, unfortunately, very bad pit stop the previous cycle, all the way back to 16th. RJ Bishop started on pole all the way back to 23rd, not where he wanted to be today. Obviously, Hunter Kuro also up in the top 5 at the start, only up to 26th now. Of course, I stand corrected. Lap traffic might play a factor into this one. Chris Gibbs, very poor start to this. Very, very poor start to his career, essentially. Making his NSCA debut today. As is the 51 of Dylan Young, and he's about to go a lap down after being caught up in our one and only caution earlier today. And is going to go one lap down officially now. Set closer to the edge of the top 10. They're getting a little racy over here. The 9 of Dalton looks to make a move on the 3 of Lionheart for the 8th position. Onesto doesn't quite make the move himself. Down the front straightaway they go now. It is, I want to say, 8 laps to go. Yeah, 8 laps to go. Slap traffic is actually going to hold up the, I guess, the rest of the lead pack. Craigo and English not going to be held up by the 51 and Dylan Young just yet. Merzlak still trying to make a move to get to the 83. Can't quite get there before Kaiser jumps down. That gap has got to be well over 2 seconds now. So looks like the 77 of Blade Runner has jumped up to 10. Down to 9 of Dalton looks to make it a 7th place finish for him today. And now the gap is still just under a second and a half to Craigo between himself and Hoflin. 5 to go at the line next time, or this time by rather. But they still have to navigate turns 2 and 3 to get there first. So what you're hearing, there's actually a caution on the track due to some fluids on the track.
Caution.
In turn number
What the fuck is the caution for?
2,
Keep
we're
going.
hearing this is not what Hoflin wanted to see. Oh, so close to his first career victory. With a hungry pack of cars right behind him. We're going to have to see how this one plays out. The field cycles around. As it looks like we'll have a 1-lap shootout to determine the end of this race. Hopefully we'll have to hold off the field for only 1 lap. but it will be the most important lap of his life. And he's got his boss right behind him. And Craigo hasn't won in quite a while and is looking to win a race. Off of turn number 3, pace car's going to dive in right now. Hofland brings them down to the line. Green flag is out before they even get to the restart zone. Hofland able to get the jump on Craigo. Final lap. Who will win? Merzlak making a move on Kaiser for third as they race out turn 1 for the final time. Through turn 2, Craigo closing in on the 13. Can he get to the inside in turn number 3? No. He said at the beginning of the weekend, he loved racing here. He wanted to win here. And it's going to become a reality. Travis Hofland will win at Pocono Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems to be a season of rookies as Chris Gibbs, out of fuel, is going to cross the line. Out of fuel. He was running, well, still dead last, but, oh no, not quite dead last. Just mostly dead last. But he ran out of fuel crossing the line. Still will finish on an elite lap just 20 seconds behind the leader. But it is Hofland winning the race. It is a season of rookies. 3 rookies and 2 veterans have all won a race each this season. In fact, rookies have won half the races. Lonacaro with 2, Hofland and English each with 1. Carpenter, of course, leading the veterans with 3 wins, and RJ Bishop, the driver, with the other win for the veterans. As it looks like several drivers are actually out of gas. The 30, the 91, the 04, and the 02, which is hilarious because these 2 drivers right here are teammates. Ooh, Merzlak had to hit the brakes there because he had to go another lap around. Anyways, but that does it from Pocono. That was actually a pretty exciting race. So yeah, that solidifies it. Pocono is going to be on the schedule for years to come unless it pisses me off at some point in the future. Anyways, but it is... Why do I never memorize the goddamn schedule? Hold on. Let me look, because I can pull up the schedule real quick, thankfully. Mostly. Well, mostly quickly. Anyways, but... So I want to tell you, hey, this is what the schedule is! Yay! Anyways, looks like it is going to be... Ooh! New track to the schedule. Denver Motorsports Park as the site of round number 9 of the season. And then after that, it is All-Star Challenge Weekend at another new track to the schedule. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you at the next race. So long, everybody.